European Union leaders argued into the early hours on Friday over how to handle the migrant crisis in the Mediterranean. The late-night talks ended with an agreement between EU leaders to share the responsibility by relocating tens of thousands of people who have arrived in Italy and Greece after fleeing war and poverty in North Africa and the Middle East. The president of the European Council, Donald Tusk, said that 40,000 migrants would be relocated to other European Union states over the next several years, with no particular mandatory quota set for each country. Expressing his frustration, European Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker described the plan as one of, quote, modest ambition, and said at one point in the meeting he had told EU leaders, quote, "I don't give a damn," about objections to the plan's underlying methodology.
We agreed, thanks to the skills of Donald, that the European Union should relocate 40,000 persons and resettle 20,000 persons. Whether we do so in a mandatory or voluntary basis doesn't really matter to me.
During the summit dinner, Italian Prime Minister Matteo Renzi rebuked his fellow leaders for their reluctance to support a plan that was meant as an emergency response to the 2,000 migrant deaths in the Mediterranean, which has been overshadowed by divisions, particularly in Eastern Europe.
As you know, the agreement is not entirely defined at the end of the first day, an agreement that could be much more ambitious. It mentions 40,000 persons, but it is a first step to say that finally there is a European policy rather than the policy of one single state.
The criteria system replaces unpopular proposals for mandatory quotas on each country, which Poland, the Czech Republic, Slovakia, Hungary and others fought against, arguing their ex-communist economies still lack the capacity to cope.